What is going on, everybody? My name is Mario, aka KraftyMind, and I recently bought 36 acres of land in Arizona. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're building a shed. I actually put the frame down yesterday. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be, but I wanted to get that out of the way. It's gonna be a 12 by 16 shed, not too big, not too small. As of right now, I'm keeping all my tools outside. I do have my toolbox inside, but like the big tools, the miter saw, the generator, the table saw, it's sitting outside. So I just wanted a small space to keep all my tools out of the weather, out of the sun, just so they're safe. On the agenda for today, we're gonna hang the joist hangers, and then the joists, then the subfloor. I don't have enough materials to do everything today. Instead of 40 joist hangers, I bought 20. So it is what it is. I'm gonna do as much as I can today, and then we're gonna finish up the floor and the rest of the joists tomorrow. So the joists are gonna go this way. I'm gonna put them 16 inches apart on center. I think it might be too much for this little shed, but I rather overbuild it than underbuild it. These are 2x6s. I got two 2x6s running on the outside of the perimeter. I think that's way more than enough. I got 4x4 posts over here. They're spread apart by 8 feet, and in the middle they're spread apart by 6 feet, because the whole thing is 16 by 12. So I think it's overbuilt. For now, I just put in nails and structural screws. Tomorrow when I go get more material, I'm gonna buy some carriage bolts and run carriage bolts through all the posts and the 2x6s over there, just so it's more sturdy. I think that's overkill, but you can never be too safe. Okay, I got the joist hanger locations all marked out, this side and this side. So there's only 8 joists, so I'm gonna have enough hangers to do 2 joists on that side as well. So it'll be 5/8 of the way done today. I figured out how to hang the joists. I got a small piece of 2x6. Where is it? I'm gonna go around with the little piece of 2x6 and the joist hanger, hold it up flush with these 2x6s, and hopefully it turns out great. If there's a better way to do this, let me know down in the comments, but I can't seem to figure it out. But yeah, we'll go around, hang all the joist hangers, and then attach the joists. Joist hangers are all in. Now I just gotta measure the length to cut the joists. I think I'm gonna have to cut out like 2 or 3 inches from the 8-foot boards, wasting a little bit of material, but that's okay. And over here, I think we're gonna cut like 6 inches. So the leftovers will be for a future project. I got the first joist cut. I'm just gonna test fit it if it fits, and then I'm just gonna cut the rest of the joists the same size as this. Let's see. Very nice, perfect fit. So now I'm gonna cut the rest of the joists, and then we're gonna secure them in. Joists are looking beautiful. I still gotta secure them. Only one side of the joist hanger is secured. I'm gonna screw in the other side and then probably use nails to connect the joist hangers to the joists. I don't know if it matters. These screws are supposed to be for joist hangers, I don't know much about that, but that's what I bought. But yeah, I'm just gonna secure these joists and we're gonna finish up the other two over there. Good morning, another day in paradise. Yesterday, not yesterday, actually 2 days ago, this is how much I got done. One half of the floor is done, of the joist. I started on the other half, ran out of the material. Yesterday, I went to Home Depot, pick up rest of the material that we need to finish up the floor. I bought some carriage bolts and we'll be able to get this done hopefully today. First today, I want to bring in some lava rock. They call it cinders around here in Arizona. I don't know if that's what they call it everywhere, but it's pretty much lava rock. I'm gonna spread it underneath the whole building. I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it's gonna keep the mice away from digging holes and stuff like that. In the future, I need to get a cat. There's so many mice here. They're freaking everywhere. They were actually crawling inside my engine bay. My battery is covered with this insulation type of a thing, and you could see that they were digging in there. So yeah, definitely need a cat here. Let me get the wheelbarrow and I'm gonna bring in some cinders, then spread it out everywhere, and then we're gonna finish up the floor. Cinders are complete. Some areas are higher than others. I wish I did this before I put some of these joists, but it is what it is. It's done now. I already marked out the locations for the joist hangers, so I'm gonna secure them in right now, then cut the joists and secure the joists and start on the floor. Well, then I'm gonna have to do the carriage bolts and cut these posts just so they're even. I came up with this contraption. I put it like this, then I can set the joist hanger, screw it in, and then the joist is perfectly flush with the floor, just so we have an even floor. We're not gonna have a wavy floor. I think I've seen this before somewhere. I watched so many building construction videos, but yeah, I think I've seen it, but if not, it's my invention. So yeah, let me do the hangers, then we're gonna do the joists. Ran out of gas. All set. All of the joists are finally secured. On the bottom of the joist, I used a 3-inch screw. They're specifically made for joists. At least that's what I researched. And on the top, I used 3-inch nails. And for the nails, it was my first time using a palm nailer. This thing is awesome. If you have never used it, this thing is amazing. The nail goes in like a split second. It's faster than screws, which is freaking amazing. Right now, I'm gonna drill the holes for the carriage bolts, put those in, cut the posts, and I think we're finally ready for the floor. It's taking longer than I thought it would, but this thing is gonna be sturdy. Had to get myself a slight extension because the drill bit is not long enough to go through all of the material. So I think this should be way more than enough. Oh boy, what a day. Got the crappy stuff done. The carriage bolts are through, posts are cut. Big shout out to my girlfriend. She seen me cut one post and she's like, I want to do it. So she did the rest of them. All 8 posts are cut. I mean 9. I cut 1, Sabina cut 8. So those are done. I almost forgot about the braces over here. I put those in and I think we're ready for the plywood for the floor right now. It is kind of late. I don't know if I feel like doing it today, and tomorrow we're cleaning up and the next day we're going to Chicago for a week and I'll be back here. So I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna take a break for like 5-10 minutes and think about if I want to do the plywood for the floor today. If not, I'll just do it when I return. Okie dokie, I think I'm just gonna finish it up today. It's 4 full pieces and then I'm gonna have to cut 2 of these pieces just slightly, I think like 5 inches or something like that, and we'll be done for the day. And up next we're gonna be framing this shed. So freaking excited. I cannot wait to have all my stuff hidden away from the rain, from the sun. So excited. This is going somewhat well, I guess. Could be worse. I should have cut the joists by like 3 inches and made this like these spaces, these halves shorter, because the plywoods are not long enough and they're not reaching all the way. So I'm leaving this space here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm leaving that space and I'm gonna cut a tiny strip of plywood later on, but that's something I just didn't think about. It's my first time putting something like this together, so please go easy on me. I think in the future I'm gonna build a small tiny home using like these materials, so this is good to know for the future. I'm not using caulk for, I don't know, did I just talk about this? I'm not using caulk on every single joist. I don't think that's necessary. I know it's supposed to stop creaks, but this is a shed, so I don't want to use that much. I'm just gonna apply caulk in between the plywoods, just so no insects go through there. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that's just the way I'm thinking. I mean, it's a shed, who cares? But yeah, I'm just gonna apply caulk in between every single plywood. I'm leaving a tiny bit of space in between them as well, just so they can expand and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna finish all these. I just have 3 more pieces of plywood to put on, and those strips I'm just gonna do another day. It's getting late. I'm still happy with the progress. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is finally complete. Well, like 97% complete. The plywood is too big over here. I didn't feel like cutting it. It's sticking out over here. So I just gotta take a saw, cut this off, and I'll use that strip probably in the middle. I think that's more than enough. I didn't feel like taking out the table saw, connecting it. So I'll just cut it over here. I'm definitely not gonna make this mistake in the future. Didn't even cross my mind. And over here I'm gonna have to cut small strips of plywood and put it over there just so the wall is sitting on it nicely. It's just small things that you don't really think about until you do it. You can only get better. And one other thing that I noticed is 2 plywoods, this one and that one, so the 2 corners are not facing the same way. I don't know if that's important or not, but it might bother me in the future. I don't think for now. This is just a shed. I don't think I'm gonna cover the floor. It's just gonna be plywood. So that's about it for this project. So freaking excited. I cannot wait to get my tools out of the weather. Today we are framing up the walls of my 12x16 shed. Well, today I'm hoping to get at least 1 wall done, maybe 2, but if I do only 1, I'll be happy with that. It's kind of late in the day, so that's why my goal is very low for today. But maybe we'll get 2 done today, not sure. The first wall that I want to put up is this one. It's 12 foot by 8 foot, so I think it should be fairly easy to do it by myself. And then if there's time, I'll do this 16 by 8. That one might be heavier, but we'll give it a go. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm gonna put this wall together right now. That's usually really quick, and then we will struggle and put this wall up. Hard part is complete. Now for the easy part, just standing the wall up. Obviously I'm being sarcastic. The easy part is done. I'm gonna stand it up. It's not really that heavy, so I don't think I'm gonna have a problem. Maybe the wind is gonna make it more difficult, but I think I should be fine. It shouldn't be bad. The 16-foot wall might be a little bit more difficult, but this will be fine. Okay, here goes absolutely nothing. This was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Wow, that was easy. But I wish I had my nail gun. Got it. That was freaking easy, you guys. Super happy with that. Okay, that was pretty simple, not gonna lie. Got a couple of nails holding this. That was easy. Installed some braces over here. This one is holding this side, and I got one more on the other side. Actually, I can take this off now. But yeah, another brace here. So freaking excited. Oh my god. I thought this wall would be so heavy, but it's actually light. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. I'm just gonna grab more lumber from there, and we're gonna put this wall up. This one? Yes, this one. This one is short. This one's gonna be 16 by 8, and this one's gonna be 16 by 10. So the roof is gonna slope one way, and I'm gonna have to add a little bit more framing up there, but I'll do that after. Oh my goodness, what a freaking day. I just wanted to get one wall done today. That was the goal, maybe two. But I got 3 walls done. I had a little accident. This wall fell over after I picked it up because I was adjusting it over there. Nothing got, like, none of the tools got damaged. I was on the ground, so I wasn't here, so I'm not damaged either. One of the studs got damaged though. I guess somehow the wall hit this stud and it broke, so I'm just gonna replace it real quick and I'm done for the day. I'm really happy with myself. Tomorrow I'm gonna finish up this wall and the whole framing is gonna be pretty much done, other than doing these triangles over here. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I'll probably do that while doing the roof. So yeah, I'm just gonna fix this, make myself some food and go to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Welcome to day number 2. Today we're gonna finish up this wall, put everything together, and we'll be completely done for the day. I actually made some plans of how I want this wall, how the header is gonna go, all that good stuff. Man, it's freaking windy again, I'm sorry. I think I messed up a little bit. I don't know if it's a mess up or I just didn't think about it because I never did this. I think this wall is slightly pushed this way too much. So this wall is gonna sit a little bit weird. It's supposed to go here, but I don't have enough room to do that, so it's gonna sit like this. We're gonna figure something out. We're gonna put a 2x4 here and then rip a 2x4 so it's a 1x4 or something like that. We're gonna fix this, but yeah, this wall is gonna end here, and yeah, pretty excited. I'm hoping there's gonna be no issues. Oh, and I didn't notice this yesterday when this wall fell. The top plate, I don't know if the screws broke off or what. That top plate was crooked. I had to put some screws in it as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that after. Not doing that now. I want to put up the wall first, so let's get to it. I made an oopsie. So I drew everything out on paper, at least I thought I did, and I cut the header to length, and it turns out that it's too short. So oh my goodness. So I made the header long enough just for the door opening, not for it to sit on these studs. I think I'm just gonna move one side of the door this way. I just gotta move it over 3 inches, and or maybe I'll move both sides an inch and a half inwards, just to make sure the door is in the middle. Man, it was going way too smooth, but it is what it is. But I'm just gonna think about this, but I'm probably gonna move just one side just so it's quicker, or maybe both. I don't know, let me think about it. That's freaking annoying. And the door is gonna be slightly shorter now. I think I'm gonna be annoyed that the door is not gonna be in the middle, but it is what it is. So I caved in. I moved the studs on both of the sides so the door is gonna be in the middle. Finished up the header. I honestly don't think I even need a header on this wall. I don't think it's gonna carry much load. The front wall, I mean the big wall, and then this one is gonna be the load bearing, but the ones on the side, I don't think so. But I still put in a header. It's good practice for the future. I'm planning on building a tiny home like this, so it's a good practice. Now all that's left is lift this wall up, secure everything, just make sure everything is plumb, and I'm done with the walls. One hand, look at this. Nice. Last wall, baby. Awesome. Just gonna get one nail in here. I don't want it to fall over like it did yesterday. Okay. Look at this, you guys. It's so beautiful. It's finally finished. Well, not really finished, but the walls are standing. Oh my goodness. Just gotta nail them together, screw them together. That top plate, I gotta fix that as well. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. Didn't take me a long time. If I had all day yesterday, I would have finished this in just one day. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna nail these together, make sure they're plumb. Oh my goodness, so excited. It was my first time installing a header. I think I did a pretty good job. Still messed up, I'm not sure how, but I messed up. This one was supposed to be in the middle, but I think it's somehow off. I don't know, but it's in. I'm not changing anything. I think the door is slightly to the left. I have no idea how I did that, but I think so. Whatever, I'm just nailing them together and we'll be done for the day. I have no idea how I was measuring this. I have no clue. I'm not sure if you can see, but I marked the center over there. I'm not sure how I marked that, but that's clearly not the center, and I completely threw off the little, I don't know what they're called, the little 2x4s in between the header and the top plate. I think I'm gonna put one more in there, but yeah, that looks off. My bad. It is what it is. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a framed shop. So freaking excited. All of the walls are screwed and nailed together. I'm just gonna add a 2x4 here and on the other side as well, and then add one more brace over there. But I'll do that off camera. It's gonna take me 5 minutes. But yeah, pretty happy with myself. Next up, we're gonna do the rafters and then plywood, the whole thing. Today on the show, we're installing rafters. At least that's the plan. I have never installed rafters. I'm kind of intimidated. You gotta make very specific cuts on them. I've been studying all day and all of last night on YouTube University. So I think I have it down. So first up, I'm gonna put up a 2x8 that's gonna become a rafter, and I'm gonna mark everything where everything is at and start making cuts. I'm not 100% sure on what I'm doing, just like with everything else. This is the first time I'm doing this, so please bear with me, but we'll get it done. I actually already marked out one half of the rafter. I want to have a 16-foot overhang, so that's what I measured out over here. I think these cuts will be perfect, but I'm gonna put this 2x8 up on the walls and just make sure it's right. And I gotta mark out the other side because I don't know the distance. I know this is 16 by 12, but on an angle I have no idea. So I gotta put this up and mark it. Hopefully it works out. I'm scared. Man, this should be freaking interesting. Of course it's windy today when I gotta put up the rafters. But it's windy here every other day, so. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, let's not let it slip off. I wish I had another set of hands, but we gotta get it done by ourselves. That wasn't too bad. Brought you guys up here to show you what cuts I'm talking about. First off, this cut over here, just so the ends are gonna be parallel to the building. You gotta cut it like this, because if you don't, then it would be crooked, and I don't think it would look straight. I don't know if people just leave it like that, but mostly everyone just cuts it here just so it's parallel to the building. And then these cuts, we gotta make a cut here and then here, so the rafter sits flat on the 2x4. And this is called the bird's mouth, I believe. I don't know all of the terminology. I'm still learning myself, so don't take my word for it. But this one looks perfect. Let's go to the other side. Okie dokie, I'm on the other side of the town. I secured the other side just so it doesn't freaking fall off. Do we have it correctly? Okay, I already marked where I have to create these cuts over here. I marked it over here, so I'm gonna take this 2x8 down and draw this thing out on the ground, just so I'm not doing it here. This is a lot simpler than I thought. I know I'm not explaining it well. I'm not a great teacher. I'm not a good teacher at all. So there's a lot of tutorials on this on YouTube. So, but pretty much we have to make a cut here, this way, and then this way. So this whole rafter will sit nicely on the 2x4. So it'll be supported and all that good stuff. And then from here, I'm gonna have to measure out 14.5 inches. Cut it this way, just so it's parallel to the building. And then another piece of a 2x8 will cover that. And altogether it's gonna be sticking 16 inches. I'll show you all of that later. But yeah, let's draw this out and cut it. So this side is already marked out, but I'll go over it again just to make sure I know what I'm cutting. Here. Here. Also, there's marks on these squares that you can use, but I'm not really using them because I don't know how to use them. Maybe in the future when I'm doing more of these projects I'll learn, but for now I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, this side I marked out when we were on top. You gotta twist, and the way I explain things is just horrible. But at least I'm not lying to you that I know what I'm doing. So what I notice is when I have it at the right angle, the square sits, there's a number 2 here. I'm gonna show you. So let me show you. It sits at the correct angle. When I have the correct angle, it sits exactly here at the 2. So that's how I'm marking it out. And then over here, it's exactly at the 3.5 inch mark. Just so it covers the length of the 2x4. It's the width, because the 2x4 is 3.5 inches. So that's how I'm doing it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's how I'm doing it. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sorry if it doesn't. I'm trying my best. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at teaching what I know. I mean, if you mess up, you can always redo it, but I'd rather do it once and have it be done right. So this is the cut that we gotta make. 2x4 is gonna sit here, and then I'm gonna measure 14.5 inches from here, just so we have a 16-inch overhang. Was I saying 16-foot overhang? I think I was saying that. So it's gonna be a 16-inch overhang. So 14.5 from here. There's gonna be another 2x8, so that will add 1.5 inches. So altogether it'll be 16. Once again, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'll show you the end results. Okie dokie, here goes nothing. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I have like 2 or 3 extra 2x8s, but I'd rather not mess them up. For this cut, I'm gonna use a jigsaw, I think. Okay, that was quick. That looks pretty good. Looks almost professional. So let me give you a close-up. This is why you gotta cut these. So this will sit perfectly on the 2x4. I think I even cut out too much, but I think that should be fine. But yeah, that's how it's gonna sit. I think that's perfect. Pretty good. Okay, so I think that's all the cuts that I gotta do. So now I'm just gonna lift this up again and put it on the walls just to make sure everything is fitting correctly. And if it's perfect, then this becomes my template. I'm just gonna trace out all the other 2x8s from this. This is gonna be my template, and then we're gonna start putting up the rafters. So excited. It's not fall. Oh my god, I freaking did it. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, first time. First time. That is freaking amazing. I'm so happy with that. Let me bring you guys closer. See? It's perfect. My first time cutting a rafter, and it's perfect. That's how it's supposed to sit over here as well. It's perfect. Now I'm gonna take this down, trace out. I need like 12 more, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna trace out 12 more, and we're gonna start putting them all up. So excited. I'm so happy with myself. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. So happy. Okay, this is my tracing and cutting station over here. I have a total of 13 rafters to cut. Well, technically 12 already, because I cut one. So we got 12 more to go. I'm gonna trace them out, cut them out. It's probably gonna take like an hour, I'm guessing. I wish I had some help to like at least get these out of the way and put them up or something, but I'll get it done by myself, hoping to get it done today. So yeah, let's get going. Oh man, finally. We got 13 rafters. All we gotta do now is install them. I am kind of tired moving all of those rafters, but we gotta get it done today. I want to get it done today, and then tomorrow I think I'm gonna do this triangle thing. I don't know what's it called, but yeah, we're gonna have to fill this gap. Maybe if I get to it today, I'll do it today, but not sure. But yeah, let's install the rafters first. I'm gonna just slide them in this way and secure them on this side, and I'll keep going on this side. And then after I'm done here, I'm just gonna return to this side. I'm gonna grab these hurricane ties. That's what secures these rafters to the walls. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't survive a hurricane, but that's what they're called. So yeah, I'm gonna put 2 screws just so it holds down the rafter, and then I'm gonna come back later after I'm done putting all of them, and the rest of them are gonna be nails, because they're a lot cheaper. Looking pretty good. Look at this. We got one rafter up. Actually, since this rafter is sitting at the end, I'm gonna secure it with the hurricane ties on the other end as well, just in case it doesn't fall, because if it falls, it's gonna rip itself apart. So yeah, let's just secure the first one, and then the rest of them are just gonna be secured on one side. Then we're gonna come back and do the other side. So happy, so happy. This rafter is not sitting that great. I don't know, I think I messed up the cut. I cut too deep in this one, but I'm not taking it off now. I hope it's just this one, not all of them. I traced every single one off of the template that I made, and the template was perfect. So not sure what's up with this, but I'll secure it. But if the rest are like this, I'm gonna have to take them down and redo them. But one like this is fine, I guess. Okay, this one is secure. Not happy with this cut, but it is what it is. But if the other ones are like this, I'm gonna be pretty crabby, to be honest with you. I really tried my best on the template. Ah, man. we'll see. For the second rafter, I chose the one that was a template for every single one, and this one is fine. It could be a little better, but it's okay. I hope the rest of them are fine, not like the first one, because it'll be a bummer. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. I'm really not a fan of these hurricane ties. I think I'm gonna still have to nail the rafters with the nail gun. It's not really holding that well, to be honest with you, but I'll do that after I install all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, and just like that, we've got rafters in. Oh my god, it's so freaking awesome. I only have 2 to 3 screws in each hurricane tie. The rest I'm gonna fill with nails, but like I think I said that, so we'll do that tomorrow. We're gonna do braces over here because these are way too wobbly, and this is a load bearing wall. Same thing on this side, and then I think I'm gonna do braces in the middle of the roof as well, just so it's not wobbly. And then we're gonna have to do the I don't know what's it called. We're gonna have to do the outside plate over here and here. I forgot what's it called, rim joist? I don't know, I'm gonna put it down below. I totally forgot what's it called, but yeah, we're gonna frame around, we're gonna finish this triangle, and we're gonna be ready for plywood. I'm gonna be using the zip system plywood just so it's weatherproof. I know it's a more expensive option, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that through winter time, and then next year I'll do siding and all that stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna make myself some food, take a shower, and we'll be back tomorrow. Welcome to tomorrow. It's a late start today. It's like 3 or 4 p.m. so only got a couple of hours to work on this shed. I'm not gonna finish today, there's absolutely no way. I still gotta nail all of the hangers. I'm gonna have to install the fascia boards. I still want to do the braces over here, and I still think I'm gonna do braces on the rafters. So I don't think I'm gonna finish today. I'm gonna have to finish tomorrow, but it is what it is. So since I only put 2 to 3 screws on the hangers, I'm gonna go around with the palm nailer and put in nails. This is my new favorite tools. If you have never used the palm nailer, give it a try. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, let's get those out of the way. I wanted to show you guys how this palm nailer works, but it fell. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys how this works. Look how freaking cool this tool is. The nail is slightly in. You just press the palm nailer slightly. It's so freaking awesome. Oh my goodness. Recording and trying to show you guys is really hard. Okay, one more. That's it. Look what I freaking had to do. There's some wind gusts from time to time, and it's literally pushing the whole shed that way. So, and I don't think it would fall over, but still it's kind of scary when you're working on the ladder and the building is slightly swaying, but this will help out. I definitely need to hurry up with this stuff so I can put sheathing plywood on here so it'll give it that strength, so the building won't be moving anymore. At least that's supposed to work in theory, but yeah, it'll work. But I think if we even do the braces, it'll stop it even more. I don't know, but yeah, we need to hurry up and get this done. Okie dokie, rafters are all secured. I think I'm still gonna get long bolts that will go through the top plate into the rafter. I think that will secure them all the way. I'm still not 100% sure with these hangers. I don't think they are that great, honestly. I'm gonna buy that screw, drive it from the top plate into the rafter, and it'll be secured. Up next, we're gonna do the braces on the front wall and the back wall, because they're the load-bearing walls. Once again, I don't know if they're needed, but I'm doing them. It just seems very flimsy to me. Once we put the plywood, I think this would go away. For my peace of mind, I'm gonna put them in just so I can sleep at night. It's gonna make me feel better. I got plenty of spare wood anyway, might as well use it. All of the braces for the wall are cut. We're gonna put them halfway up. This wall is 10 feet, so I'm gonna put them 5 feet high, and this wall is 8 foot tall, so they're gonna be at 4 feet. Good morning, another day in paradise. Last night I finished bracing the walls. Well, I think it's called bracing, don't take my word for it, but to me it's bracing. You're bracing the wall, so the braces are done. I put one brace in the rafters and I got them all marked out, so that's what I'm gonna start on this morning. It's extremely windy again. I don't know what's going on, but the wind is annoying me a little bit. Hopefully the building doesn't flop over. So yeah, we're gonna do the braces first, and then we're gonna put blocks in between the rafters on top of the wall, just so mice cannot get up the wall and into the shed. That's the plan. And then we're gonna have to do the fascia boards on the outside. Hopefully we'll get everything done today. I'm taking 2 braces with me. Not sure if I'll be able to control them both and hold the nail gun, but I will do my best. I don't want to keep going back and forth. Whew. Hello. Oh boy, this is sketchy. I need some kind of tool belt. This is not working. My goodness. I think I'm gonna buy a battery powered nail gun. This thing is awesome when you're on the ground, but in the air it's not the best. Gotta move the ladder a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna invest in a battery powered nail gun, especially since I want to build a home myself. Okie dokie, got all of the bracing done. It looks pretty good. Some of them are not perfect, but it's okay. Now we gotta do the bracing up on top. I already cut a few pieces, but I have to shave them down. Since we cut the rafters, they're not exactly 2x8 anymore. They're like, instead of being 7.5 inches, that 2x8 is like 7 inches or like 6 3/4, something like that. So I'm gonna measure that right now and we'll start cutting on the table saw. So this is where we're gonna install those blocks. Not only they're gonna help with keeping animals out and insects, but also it'll straighten out the rafters. In some areas they are still leaning to the side, like this one I think it is. So I think it'll help keep them straight and braced as well. So yeah, let's measure. So see, instead of it being this is a 2x8, so it's 7.5 inches, or like 7 1/4 actually. So we only need it to be 6 1/4, I'd say. No, 6 3/8. And just like that, we have the blocking complete. One thing, I'm gonna spoil myself in the future before I starting building my home. I'm gonna buy myself a battery powered nail gun. Lugging the nail gun with the air hose up there is so annoying, trying to maneuver it. At the end, I was putting in structural screws instead of the nails because it was just taking me so long to nail everything in with the nail gun. I'm gonna get a battery powered. They're expensive, but I think it's worth the upgrade. Up next, we gotta install the boards to the last rafter, because I want a slight overhang on the sides as well. I actually cut those boards already, so we're gonna secure them and then we can do the fascia boards. I think it's gonna go real quick from here. Let's hope so. It's like 3 p.m. I think we'll be done with this today. Okay, cool. Last one, let's get it done. This wind is not helping. Nice. To put plywood on this so it stops moving. Holy crap, this is scary. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Now the nail gun. Oh my goodness, the hose is not gonna reach. Do not. Barely. We just gotta do the fascia boards. Thank God. Finally, the fascia board supports. That's what I'm gonna call them. They're fascia board supports. They're finally done. It took me a lot longer to do everything because I didn't put the trusses. Not trusses. See, I'm tired. I didn't put the rafters exactly above the 2x4s. Sometimes they were like a 1/4 of an inch or like a 1/8, slightly over. So the bracing and the wood over here, I forget. The blocking here, I had to like custom cut every single piece, measure it, run to the miter saw and cut them individually. It's good practice for when I build my house. I'll know to pay attention next time. And I don't think I'm gonna use those hurricane tines. I'm gonna use something else because I just don't like them. They feel weak. So now I'm gonna hang the fascia boards. This wall with the overhang is gonna be about 15 feet long. So I'm gonna put 2 10 feet long boards and then cut them at the end. I think that's gonna be quicker. And then I'm gonna be done for the day. They're gonna meet over here. Oh, I'm so excited. And then in the next video, we're gonna put up some plywood. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's hope it works. Okay, this one's gonna be halfway on this support. I'm just gonna use a nail gun here and I'll secure it with a screw here. Already looking beautiful. Final touches. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And of course the board is warped. Because why wouldn't it be? Oh my goodness, always something. I'm finishing this up today. No excuses. Okay. Nice. I need like a tool belt or something. My tools keep falling, my screws, my nails, everything. It is so annoying. This thing is so warped. Oh my god. I was able to push it and screw it in. Now I'm gonna nail it down. But still, these boards are so warped. Oof, this is tricky. Maybe doing this from the roof would be easier, but I'll give this a go. Okie dokie, it's secured. Thank you. This might be challenging to measure. Oh my goodness. No, freaking wind. Oh my goodness. Now this is gonna take 30 minutes and it should take like 30 seconds. 175. Oh, no, 177 and a half. 177 and a half. And now the wind is picking up. This is great. Is this board that warped? It's like 2 inches. Did I measure that incorrectly? I think so. Let me reposition. Please don't fall. Didn't listen to me. I gotta check. I think it's too long. Okie dokie, that board is too long. I'm pretty sure the other one is too long too. Don't know why. I tried putting it up again and it fell again. I'm too tired. I'm gonna reset and we're gonna be back at this tomorrow. Welcome back. Today, I promise, is the last day. All we gotta do today is just put on the 2 fascia boards. Last night I was a little bit annoyed. The boards were cut too long, so they weren't fitting. And after I ate, I sat down at my desk. I'm like, I wasn't measuring correctly. Well, I was measuring correctly, but I forgot to subtract 1.5 inches from my measuring point. So the board was 1.5 inches too long. That's why it wasn't going in. So I'm just gonna cut it right now, put it up, and be done. I still gotta fill this gap over here, but I think I'll do that in the next video or maybe off camera. I don't know. It's like 4 p.m. It's a Sunday. I didn't do anything today other than went into town and got some plywood, some other 2x4s for a different project. So I took it easy today. I was working all week, but this will be done today. So instead of it being 177.25, it's gonna be 175.75. My mistake. Hey, but you learn from mistakes, right? So next time I'll do it perfectly. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work this time. I don't feel like doing this roof crap anymore. No, not the wind. Not the wind. Yes, it's in. Yay. Let me just screw it in. Okay, this board, I think I cut it the way it was supposed to be cut yesterday, but we shall see. I didn't measure it or anything. I think it'll fit. Let me just secure it with one screw and we can do the rest. Finally, rafters and fascia boards are all complete. I still gotta do the wall that goes up between the wall that I framed and up into the rafters, but I'm gonna do that in the next video or off camera. It should be real quick, hopefully. This whole board fascia thing took me a lot longer than I thought, but it's good learning experience. In the next few months, I want to build a tiny home like this. It's just gonna be slightly bigger. Well, not slightly, it's like gonna be 3 times the size of the shed, and it's gonna be like the same build. The front wall is gonna be higher than the back wall. It's only gonna be one slope because it's somewhat easy to do. So whatever I mess up on this project, I'll know to make it perfect on the home project. So I'm glad I'm building a shed first. So guys, up next, I'm gonna be installing the zip system plywood, and we're gonna be dried in after that, hopefully. And then I'm gonna be building a custom door. Hopefully that works out. It might take me a long time, but I wanna get it done. I wanna learn. It's awesome to learn new things, and I love being productive. But guys, I'm pretty tired. It's like 5 p.m. on a Sunday, something like that. I want to take the rest of the day off and relax and play some FIFA. If you're still here, drop a like and consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace.